Hello dear students of class 8th. Today we will discuss a poem, The Last Bargain. This poem has been written by an Indian poet who had been very famous poet of India, and his name is Ravindranath Tagore. This poem is a soulful poem written by Ravindranath Tagore, and in this poem the speaker is telling about the worthlessness of worldly things. Means the worldly things are worthless. He is telling us about worthlessness of worldly things, power and beauty. We will see how every human being on the earth is trying to achieve these three things. What are these three things? Worldly things, power and beauty. Okay, so let's see what is given in the beginning. The last bargain. What is a bargain? A bargain is an agreement in which both parties promise to do something for each other. Okay, two people, two parties, they make a promise to do something for each other, and for this an agreement is signed, and that becomes a bargain. In Hindi language it is called sauda, saudebazi. The last bargain is, we will see what is last bargain. What was the bargain? We will see in the poem. Someone is looking for work. Here what has been told, that someone is looking for work and he is waiting to be hired. Means he wants that somebody should hire his services. He strikes a bargain but thinks it worthless. He strikes a bargain with someone, rather with many people, but he finds the bargains worthless each time. Finally, in the last bargain, when he is hired, when he is hired by someone, he is hired for nothing, whatever. He is happy as never before. But with that bargain, under which he has been hired for nothing, he is happy. What is the bargain and why is it the best? We will discuss. What was that bargain and why he found it the best bargain? We will discuss it in this poem, in the coming stanzas. Now, what is given here? That man who strikes a bargain, he is trying to achieve some things. The three things I was discussing, worldly things, power, beauty. He is also trying to achieve those things. For him, every material thing on earth is mortal and not everlasting. Different people come to him. We will see in the poem. Different people come to him with different types of worldly things. However, the speaker rejects them one by one. Okay? Finally, he makes a bargain with nothingness, which symbolizes the spirit, free spirit. This poem is divided into 4 parts or 4 stanzas with a different number of lines. We will discuss the poem line by line in order to go through the hidden meanings. Okay, so let's start our discussion with stanza 1. Here is the first stanza. Come and hire me, I cried. That man who was in the search of a work, who wanted to be hired by someone, he says, come and hire me. I cried, while in the morning I was walking on the stone paved road. Sword in hand, the king came in his chariot. He held my hand and said, I will hire you with my power. But his power counted for naught, and he went away in his chariot. This is first stanza. What is given? Come and hire me, I cried, while in the morning I was walking on the stone paved road. First stanza, morning time. What is given here? In the first stanza, the speaker says that one day, while he was walking on the stone paved road, the road made of stones. Here this symbolizes struggle. While he was walking on the stone paved road in the morning, the king came in his chariot with the sword in his hand. The king came there while he was saying, come and hire me, in the morning time, and he was walking on the stone paved road. A king came in his chariot. Chariot is a wagon drawn by the horses. Horse drawn wagon. In Hindi it is Rath. Okay. In his chariot with sword in his hand. He was carrying a sword in his hand. Seeing him, the speaker pleads to hire him. When the speaker, that person who was in the search of work, he saw the king, he requests the king to hire his services. Now here the things to be noted are, it is the morning time that symbolizes hope and courage. Okay, courage. Morning time is full of hope and courage. Hence the poet seems to be hopeful. He is very hopeful that he will be hired by someone. And stone paved road here means a difficult path. Okay, so he was on his difficult path. King in his chariot with a sword means a person with power. Right? The speaker requests to the king, which means that he is in need of something badly. Means this person is in the need of work. He is in need of something badly. That is why he pleads him, he requests him. He asks the king to hire him. Hire here means that poet wants to get what the king has. Means he wants the power, same as of the king. And the king holds the hand of the speaker and says that he will hire him with his power. However, power seems to be naught. Naught here means nothing or worthless. Means power seems to be worthless to the speaker because it is not everlasting. Power does not go everlasting. Because the king will die and so his powers. The powers will end with the death of the king. So that is why he finds the powers worthless. The speaker is thus not satisfied with what the king offered him. He rejects the offer and the king goes away in his chariot. So in this stanza, the speaker describes his first struggle to get something that fails. Means he wanted to be hired by someone, and here the king with his power comes and he offers him to hire with his power, but the man was not satisfied with that. That is why he rejects that offer. Okay, so this is given in stanza number 1. Now stanza 2. In the heat of the midday, the houses stood with shut doors. I wandered along the crooked lane. An old man came out with his bag of gold. He pondered and said, I will hire you with my money. He weighed his coins one by one, but I turned away. So now you can see the time again changes. First stanza was about morning time. and this is about the afternoon time, which is midday time, and it is so hot outside, and all the houses, they are standing with shut doors, means people are indoors due to so much heat outside. And the person in the search of work, means he wanted to be hired. He was wandering along the crooked lanes. Crooked, which is not straight. Lanes are streets. Means he was roaming, he was walking without any destination, wandering. And then suddenly an old man came out, okay, with the bag of gold. So now it is the daytime and very hot outside. The doors of the houses are closed. The speaker is wandering along the crooked lane. Crooked lane means bent, B-E-N-T, bent, or uneven road. Thus, like the stone paved road of the stanza 1, this road is also difficult and full of troubles. So in the first stanza, the road had been stone paved, and now this is crooked lane, and it is also difficult and full of troubles. Soon an old man comes out of his house along with a bag of gold, that is huge wealth. He comes out with huge wealth. He pondered, that is thought. He thought carefully, and finding that the speaker is in need of something, in need of something, and he offers him money and says that he will hire him with that. Means this old man wants to hire him with money. The king wanted to hire him with power. He wants to hire him with money. The old man, in order to show how wealthy he is, starts counting his gold coins one by one. Weighed his coins. Okay. He started counting his coins one by one. However, like the power of king, the wealth of old man seems to be worthless, because it could not make the old man young again, nor it could make the climate cool. It was so hot, but with that money, the climate could not be changed. The climate could not be made cool, and that man was an old man. He could not be made young with that money. That is why the money was also worthless. The speaker understands that wealth is not something which he needs, because like the power, it does not remain in one hand forever. So he wants something else, and thus he turns away. Thus he goes away. He leaves that proposal also. Okay. So dear students, it was second stanza. Now I would stop here for today. We will discuss stanza third and fourth in the next video, along with the question and answers of the exercise. So till then, you read these stanzas. Okay, you read these stanzas, try to understand, and if you find any problem, please make a call to me, or you can also send me a message. Okay, so till then, thank you very much. Stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy. Thank you.